Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special episode of Speaking the Truth About Money with Martin Cowart and Joy, the Wise Woman. And I'm so excited today. It's a special broadcast because it's my birthday, and I'll be 67 years old today. That is just amazing to me. And I'm so grateful to be here. But I'm also grateful to be here to be celebrating my birthday with my dear friend and magic maker, Debra Driscoll. And she is just came into my life about last December, actually, when she was actually one of my first guest on my show in a little different format, and we've just become dear friends. And she's been such a source of inspiration in my life that I was so grateful when she accepted my offer to create this special broadcast with me and be my guest. So thank you, Debra, so much for being here. Please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit. What I want to start with, and we'll get to whatever gifts you brought me today for my birthday in a moment. But I would love to just hear your story and tell our guests a little bit about how you became a magic maker. How did you get here? And what do you really want to do with this special heart-centered magic making that you do in the next 2 or 3 years? So just let us get to know you and how you're here and what you want to do with all this wonderful stuff.
Yes, thank you, Martin, and thank you to everybody who's tuning in for this birthday magic. It is my delight and pleasure to be with you all. And as Martin said, I am a magic maker. But how did that happen? Interestingly enough, my magic was inspired by death. So it is death that brought me back to life 3 times over. The death of the very first man that I loved, the death of my father, and the death of my son. And it's in the process of being with that intense heartbreak 3 times over, the lover, the father, the son, intense heartbreak that I actually didn't have a choice. It felt like if I'm going to survive and then thrive, I really need to pull on my magic now. Because it was always with me, Martin. You know, it was always there with me, but it was something that was just kind of there with me, but I wasn't really actively using it, sharing it, engaging in it, until it became something that it was like, now is the time to actually really grab on to your magical gifts, because I was working to keep my head above the waterline. And in that, not only did I find how to survive and then thrive, like I found this whole like coming back to life, which is why my business is Big Life Magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actually like even when life gives you really tricky circumstances, you can still find the magic and you can still build the big life that you want. And you know, you and I were talking about this just yesterday when we connected. It's, you know, when you see through the pain or through the obstacle or through the bit where you think the universe is breaking my back right now, and like on the other side of that is the expanded light. And so my work really is helping people to access their own magic and then use that to move through these moments which feel like heartbreak, backbreaking, the universe is not on my side, where is God and the universe and the angels now? In those moments in our life, they're actually the times when our soul has the greatest opportunity for expansion. And so if we can be with and access our magic in those moments, on the other side, we absolutely have expanded capacity and big life magic.
I love that, and we'll talk about this in just a little bit, but because I want to hear what you got me for my birthday. But I want to just set a theme based on that, and share something with you that's really has gotten to me, and that is the fact that I'm as you know, I'm a spiritual teacher, and I work with gay and bi and transgender men, and I've recently come into contact with this beautiful, courageous gay man who is among the leaders in a refugee camp for LGBTQ asylum seekers in Kenya. And he's joined my program. And your whole, I'm hearing your story about how how we have to break through all these challenges. If we have the courage to step into these challenges, we can find the light inside that. And that's what I truly believe is happening with me in my relationship with this beautiful man that I've recently come in contact with, and I actually invited him to take a scholarship into my program, into my 12-month leadership development program, because I believe that leaders deserve the same abundance and prosperity in their lives if they're living in a refugee camp as they would if they were running a business in the United States. So I just want to dedicate this particular broadcast this day, and I've got a fundraiser going on about this to help him raise some money for a laptop and a cell phone he needs so desperately for our class, for the course. And I just feel so full of love and gratitude, because what you're talking about is exactly what the magic these people need. And like everybody, they're in really challenging circumstances. So I just want to dedicate this particular broadcast to these asylum seekers, these beautiful LGBTQ men and women living in really difficult situations, challenging situations in Kenya. And we want to get them through to the light as well. So that's just my sort of my birthday desire, my birthday want. And we can talk more about that later. But right now, since we've set the theme, I want to know what magic you brought me today.
Yes. So I just first want to kind of expand a little bit on what you said, and then we'll get to the magic.
Fine, absolutely.
Which is for Martin, but it's actually for us all.
Yes.
So in that space of, the trickiness in life, because we all get to those spaces.
Yes.
And it's the idea being, why is this happening to me? Is this the moment my angels have left me? Like all of the different ways that we can respond to that moment. But actually, that is the moment.
Yes.
When your light is the strongest, because our souls expand through us learning and being challenged and needing to work through. So when you are given a big challenge, it's because your soul says, I'm up for a big lesson here. I'm ready. Give me the go. So it's like, so you can turn it around. So whether it's me, somebody who lost my son unexpectedly, 10 years, 11 months, we'd already planned his 11th birthday. And then one day I wake up and my son doesn't. And my son sage is gone, back to spirit. Trust me, there was times where I wanted to get on the pity train. It's like, it's not fair. Why did this happen to me? But now I actually see it was one of the instigators for really expanding my magic so that I can share it with others. Same with someone sitting in a refugee camp. Why am I here? It's because I'm being given this opportunity to really dig deep in my magic and my light, because on the other side of this, it's going to be way expanded.
Beautiful.
And it's not to saying that, different experiences different people have around the globe are like, oh, I want a big one because I want a big soul. It's not about that.
No.
But it's about kind of really seeing in each opportunity, there is an opportunity in each setting, environment, chapter in our lives. And it's just choosing to see the way on top of the wave,
right.
Which is what I hear you do in your work. It's like helping people to get on the top of that wave and move up in.
Right.
So that then they can expand what they're doing, which is not only good for you and your soul, but everybody else that you work with.
Yeah, and as I've mentioned to you before, my North Star, my mission is, and I wake up to this every day, and everything I do is about creating a world of abundance and prosperity for everyone to enjoy. And so this moment right now, and everything that I do, it's got to be aligned with that mission, with that common purpose, because that's exactly what this is for me. And this moment is for me. This is a moment to help create abundance and show people the light that they have abundance and prosperity in their world, even if they're living in situations where resources are extremely scarce and dangerous.
Yeah, and those situations and those realities, they are real.
They're very real. Yeah,
very real. And so it's not to sugarcoat any of that. They're very real, but there's also this very real opportunity.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And accessing the light.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Right. Thank you so much for that, for the insight there into what we're doing in the world right now, in this moment, on
Yeah,
this, on
in
this,
this
on this birthday, on this 67th birthday.
birthday magic. Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to frame your birthday magic with a story, Martin. So when I was 25, I moved to a new city in Australia and I needed resources. Like I needed money to pay rent. And I found myself in one of my most unique jobs. I've had lots of jobs in this life, but one of my most unique jobs in that I was a birthday fairy.
Wow.
Literally every Saturday morning, sometimes on a Sunday, I would catch the bus across town, arrive, get dressed up in a full outfit as a birthday fairy. My fairy name was Fairy Firespark. My dress was all red and golden, had amazing wings, a crown, and always a whole heap of glitter that was happening.
Uh-huh.
Where I was as a birthday fairy was it was a children's store that upstairs in the attic they had painted and decorated into a magical forest.
Wow.
Children would come for their fairy party, for their magic parties. And so the kids would come up the stairs and arrive at the forest and be met by me, Fairy Firespark. And then I would spend an hour with them in magical play and storytelling in this enchanted forest for all of the children who'd gathered for the birthday. But one element was the storytelling, where we would all sit down and there was a big throne for the fairy, and I sat on this big throne. The children all sat in front of me, and we worked in towards birthday magic. And I was talking about magic and about how everybody, no matter who you are, you come into this world with magic. Everybody. So all of the children would then like decide for themselves, what's my magic? You know, we'd hear a couple of them. And then I would invite the birthday child to come and sit on the throne with me. And then I would tell them very seriously how important this day is for them. Because today, not only do they have their magic, they have their birthday magic, which means today their magic expands, and expands not only for them, but also expands that they can share it with the world. So then the birthday child would talk about their magic and what they wanted to expand in themselves and their wish for the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I loved, like, this job being Fairy Firespark was so joyful, so much fun, because every single child that turned up believed in magic. And I believe in magic, but when I was 25, not a lot of people around me did, you know? So it
I
was,
believe in magic, and I'm
I,
delighted to have this fairy godmother come on my birthday to share with me and bring me some birthday magic. So thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So let's go into the forest.
Let's go.
There's some birthday magic. So my invitation first is everybody watching this, whether you're live now or watching the replay or listening some, tune in for yourself. What's your magic? Because I believe that we all have magic, and your magic may just be in how you are generous with your heart, or your magic may be something big that you're sharing with the world. Whatever your magic is, tune in with your magic now. And Martin, just share with us so we can be with you and your magic. You've already shared a little bit about your magic, but in terms of like thinking now about your magic and then your birthday magic, imagine you're sitting on the throne with Fairy Firespark and she asks you, what magic would you like to expand? So share that with us, Martin.
I just want to continue to expand the magic of creating abundance and prosperity and generosity in this world. There is we live in a world, we've lived in a world, I would say, for so many years, dominated by a male dominated culture of me, scarcity, not enough, and resources. And we've created all kinds of social structures and systems that have been very painful and destructive to ourselves and our planet. So my whole mission, and that's the whole point of abundance and prosperity, it's all a lie. It's based on a thought that we said God made the world with a finite number of resources, including money, and it's just not true. There are infinite resources. There is an abundance of possibilities, and that is the magic. And I just want to bring acknowledge and bring that into the world of my birthday. Just say, we are here. The magic is to bring more abundance and help people to see, experience, and feel the abundance in their lives. So they can begin, everyone, rich or poor, black or white, straight or gay, it doesn't, everyone deserves a seat at the table of love and prosperity and generosity. That's what I'm, that's the magic I want to bring into the world of my birthday.
Yes. So let's do some activation around that magic.
I
So
would love
I
to.
believe is we are all magical. And so what I do with Big Life Magic for the people who interact and play with me in the magical playground is I am helping you to tap into your own magic, know how to tap into that magic so it's accessible to you when you need it, and so that you can be using it in creating the world that you want, to create your Big Life Magic. Right?
Yes.
So, yes, Diana, yes, be with us in the magic. So, one of the ways that I do that is I work with people around tapping into their intuition. I also work with people with aligning with the natural elements and working with moon magic. And I teach ways of being able to access your magical tools. And one of my most favorite things to do in the world is to read cards. So, for more than 25 years, I've been reading tarot and oracle cards. And I've now developed a particular way that I work with people with their cards, with working with me with cards to tap into their magic and activate. And so we don't have time to do a full reading for you today, Martin, but my gift to you is you can book yourself in for a birthday gift, full energy and oracle card reading with me, absolutely. And for today, I just felt inspired to bring two of my decks here that I thought we can have a little play with. And the first thing you're going to do, Martin, is I'm going to introduce you to the decks, and you get to choose for your birthday which deck would you like to play with.
Okay.
Okay. So this first deck here is the angels and the ancestors,
Mm-hmm.
and this deck here is the keepers of the light. So essentially, both of these decks are working in that, that magical sense of who's with us in the spirit tribe, who's working with us. One is angels and ancestors, and the other is light workers. They're all magical. But for your birthday, who would you like to play with?
Let's go with angels and ancestors today.
Yes, let's. Okay, so when we're working with these decks of cards, each card is an angel or an ancestor or an element that is going to support us in our magic. So, Martin, what we're going to do first, we're going to say a prayer together.
Okay.
Energy from the heaven, energy from the earth. We invite now the healing, love, light, and magic potential now. We're calling in the birthday magic for Martin and expanding that magic as he wishes to give his magic away and expand his light across the globe. We ask for this in all full, highest love and light and protection. And we know that all angels, archangels, soul family connected to Martin, guides and light workers are with us now for this special birthday reading, which is in service to Martin for his birthday, but in greater service to his birthday magic and the light that he wishes to share with the world. We are ready to begin. So, Martin, what we're going to do with the angel and the ancestors is we're just now going to vibe in your birthday wish about your North Star, wanting to see the world as a magical place in terms of like everybody has abundance. It doesn't matter where you are in the world or how you've come into the world this life, white, black, gay, straight, whatever it is, you believe that we all have access and deserve our abundance, yes?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. And this is a part of the universal law that we all work in. This is a part of the magic also. So in terms of that for your magic, do you have any particular questions or desires or some support that you're seeking at this point in time that we can ask the angels and the ancestors to kind of amplify that magic for you?
Yeah, I really need all the love and support with my new friends in this refugee camp because that's big for me. I work with business leaders largely in America.
Yeah.
And I feel a real gift that's come into my life, real magic by these LGBTQI asylum seekers, and it's big for me, and I need the help of all the angels, ancestors, and the light in the world to support what we're doing to bring that abundance into their lives. So yes, that's what I would, that's my intention. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. With the birthday wish of Martin, please can we see a reflection of the support of his work that is now reaching across the globe and has magically found itself in a refugee camp where it is being gleefully accepted and expanding. And Martin is asking for this prosperity and for this abundance to continue to grow, and also for the support so that he and everyone connected to this wish feel the support and the abundance. So, angels and ancestors, we ask now who would like to come to the front of the line? Who in the spirit tribe is with Martin, has heard, felt, and vibed in this call and this birthday wish? Who is supporting Martin? So, what I do, Martin, I'm just going to keep shuffling, and the cards know clearly what's going on. And that was before we were even speaking. So we're vibed in, the cards are vibed in. I'm going to keep shuffling. And when you're ready, you say the word stop.
Okay.
I stop shuffling, and the top card is your angel or your ancestor or your elemental being that is going to be with you. Angels and ancestors, we are ready to begin, and we are connecting to breath now.
Stop.
Yeah, this might be part of Joy the Wise Woman. I think you got the High Priestess.
Oh, wow. I love that. Yes, Joy the Wise Woman, for the people who are listening for the first time or not getting to know me, Joy the Wise Woman is the name for my divine feminine, for my avatar that guides me throughout everything that I do. She is my mystical guide. So that's that just feels right on target to me. Joy the Wise Woman is excited to see herself represented in a card on a live broadcast on my birthday. She's beside herself. Yeah.
Looking at this card also, like, I'm loving the wings with this capacity, like this energy, Martin, that you have of like now your work is expanding across the globe, like it's reaching beyond borders that were really, not really ever a limit, but now reaching beyond. And you can see that with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is harness mystic power. So that we can be really clear, and so everybody who's watching this is a birthday wish, birthday reading for Martin and the receiving of the High Priestess with his wish. But because we are all connected today in this and with Martin in this, listen as I read the card, because I'm actually going to read from the book so that it's really clear for everybody.
Love that. Thank you.
We're going to read from the book, and in your listening, just be listening for what does this also mean for me? So you're holding your birthday wish for Martin, because we all are, because we're all in your birthday magic in the forest with you. But also just connecting to your own magic, because remembering you are the magic. So what is the High Priestess also gifting you? Because Martin is so generous, he's going to share his birthday magic with you. Okay. This is where we need the spectacles.
Okay.
Okay, the High Priestess. I'll read the message for the High Priestess for us all. Her first message is align with the light and focus on all things positive. I think you do that, Martin. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you're unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth.
Wow.
Wow. So tell me what's resonating with you, Martin, for your birthday wish and the High Priestess who comes and says, I'm with you.
It's just I'm a little overwhelmed by how aligned it is with my North Star.
Mm-hmm.
and how I do that is how I operate. And
Yeah.
it is a discipline. I do this through a practice. I do this through a daily practice. I did it this morning,
Mm-hmm.
which begins my day with every day. I begin my day by waking up in the Garden of Eden in paradise by getting my favorite cup of coffee. I make coffee every morning fresh, and I go out this morning and I just go out and just today it was raining here, and I just sat outside and listened to the rain and opened my heart with gratitude for being alive in this magical kingdom. And as I did, all of a sudden the world just became alive to me again. This is every morning. I'm all of a sudden, it's like the everything is the same, but it's all of a sudden opens up to a fifth dimension where I'm not just seeing the plants, I'm not just seeing the birds, I'm not just seeing, I'm feeling it, I'm experiencing it into a fifth dimension. And that's what I mean, and that's what I want for everyone. And so that is very much aligned, and that is what abundance is. That is that heart space of living where we're not just experiencing things on on the three dimensional we can touch, feel with our human senses, but we're actually feeling it, we're experiencing it at that deeper level of magic that we talk about. And so yeah, when I hear you read that, it's like, wow, that just resonates so clearly with my mission, with my purpose, my North Star, and my morning this morning of waking up and to the rain. The rain was beautiful. And I did something I rarely ever do. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday about really listening to that divine mother. And,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was sitting there, I was having a wonderful day, and all of a sudden she says, "Go take a little nap." I never go back. I said, "Okay." And I was like, she says, "Go take a nap and just sleep and listen to the rain for a little longer."
Yeah.
And I did, and it was like, wow,
Yeah.
I just, I just gave myself a wonderful little self-care nap, and it was
Yeah.
fab. I wasn't really sleepy. I just felt the need for a little space
Yeah.
around all that I had woken up to.
And like a high priestess energy coming coming to support you, she needs you to be napping.
Yeah.
She does, because then it's actually like we let go of all of our humanness when we relax, and it means that the universe can access our energy and work and co-create with us in a much smoother, easier way. The other thing I want to invite for you, Martin, is also for your birthday magic and your birthday wish. You see yourself reflected in this card. You see Joy the Wise Woman. You see yourself reflected in this card. I'm also going to invite you to see the expansion of that, because
Right.
the card is saying, yes, it's going to take some determination, some focus, some discipline, and you're like, yeah, I got it. I'm on it. I'm getting the magic aligned with that. And then it's actually saying, and then once you're on that train,
Hmm.
stay connected to the intuition, which you did today. Intuition said, go and take a nap.
Hmm.
You're like, it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense, but I'm going to listen. I teach people, you listen, allow, and follow.
Right.
And so I think what the high priestess is also saying is that there's bigger playgrounds in your future, my friend,
Hmm.
and your intuition is going to guide you there. And the high priestess will just continue to open real and imaginary borders so that you can reach all the people that you're going to share your gifts with.
Thank you so much.
I believe.
It's like it's more than a belief. It's a knowing that this is real. This is more real than to me than the things that I can see, touch, and feel. This
Mm-hmm.
is the real world. This is how the real world works. The energy of the real creative magic in the world.
Yeah.
It's way beyond my five senses. It is a fifth dimension of reality that is where we create and grow and build and expand. So I just love this, and I'm so grateful
Yeah.
for this wonderful, wonderful birthday magic that you brought me for today.
I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to you, Martin, so you
I,
can see it.
I would love that, and I will put it up in my office and make it part of my
Yeah.
visuals so that I'm just constantly reminded of this lovely birthday gift.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot believe it, but it's already half past the hour. We're already at our time.
Fun.
Is there anything else that you want to add to this part? Because I want to give everybody a chance to be able to connect with you, because I want everybody to be able to share in Debra's Big Life Magic. And so, how is the best place for people to find you if they want to get to know you and find out more about Big Life Magic?
Yeah, well, you can always just click onto biglifemagic.com, and there's the opening of the playground. But there's two key playgrounds that I like to invite people to, magical playgrounds. One being every month at the new moon, I have a new moon circle, and everybody is welcome to join. And we do some intention setting. I lead everyone in a guided meditation, and it's a beautiful time for the magic makers to come together, to be in community. And I share a little bit about the energy forecast of what's going on around this moon, tapping into your magic. So that's an invitation that's open to everyone always. The New Moon Circle. You can find that detail on my website. Plus, I have a magical playground in the Big Life Magic Makers Facebook group. And twice a week, I do magical teaching, Witch Wednesdays and Sunday Surrenders. So for those people who are wanting to tap into their magic and starting to work with intuition and calling in their gifts, that's a place where you're going to be able to get immediate access to me, because I love to teach and share all of the ways that you can be as magical as you were intended to be.
That is wonderful. And thank you. What a generous offer that you are constantly bringing to the world, in this world of abundance and prosperity that we get to dance and enjoy life in. So thank you for that. And so hold on one second. I just want to make a few announcements here. And I want to say that on my birthday, first of all, let me just say this. I have two Facebook groups. If you want to find me and you want to get better connected with me, I have one is called the Financial Mystics Sanctuary. And it's a Facebook group for everyone who wants to get into the magic of money. And that's when we begin to realize that money is like a resource, an infinite resource, like everything else. And we make money an expression of love, a way to receive and give gifts and exchange our magic. Then everything shifts, because money is not something that's just sitting in a pile somewhere. All money is created. All wealth is created with magic. So that's a Facebook group that anyone can join. Also, is because I am a teacher and coach for gay, bi, and transgender men, I have a special Facebook group for us to do our magic, because we have certain, let's just call them certain wounds, a certain history that we have in common, that it's ours. So we have a place for our own special magic in there, and it's called Financial Heart Space for gay, transgender, and bisexual men. So if that's you and you'd like to have some magic in there to work on some things that you want to get a high life of more prosperity and abundance in your life, then you're welcome to join us inside that Facebook group. And like you, I do a lot of free workshops every Wednesday and those kind of things. So we'd love to have you as a part of both of those groups if you'd like to join. And the final thing I want to just announce today is I am having a fundraiser, a GoFundMe. I've never done that before. It's the first time I set up the account this morning. And the purpose of the fundraiser is to raise $600 for this leader of the LGBTQ asylum seekers who's taken my course. He's agreed to my scholarship, but he needs some tools. He needs to be able to take the course and be able to begin to lead and do the program and help to lead his community. He needs a laptop and he needs a cell phone. And we found both that are good condition, that will supply his needs on eBay. And for the cost of those two together is $600. So today I'm asking on my birthday, if you can find it in your heart to be generous enough to give what you can to this GoFundMe campaign to raise some much needed money to help pay for the cost of these important tools for him. And I also want to say, if I exceed my $600, any additional funds that we raise will be used toward much needed medical supplies and protection for their housing in the refugee camp. So anything that we receive out of your abundance and generosity is going to go toward today specifically for the love and support of these beautiful, courageous LGBTQ brothers and sisters living in these refugee camps. So if you could find it in your heart to help us out with that, I would be so grateful and appreciative.
And you're going to put the link to that in the comments or something, Martin?
Yeah, I'll put the link to that in the comments so you can find it. I'm going to put it all over the place today.
Yeah, great.
Thank you for that reminder. And I'll tell you one place that's easy to find it in case you have a hard time. You can just go to my personal Facebook page, Martin Cowart, and it's right there on top. GoFundMe for my birthday, and that's what that's all about. So I would love, love, love if you want to help me celebrate my birthday, put a few dollars into the kitty for that, and it'd be so much appreciated. So thank you so much, Deborah, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And
Happy
it
birthday.
has been such a wonderful birthday present having you here with me. We just hold on one second and we'll close this out and I'll come back and we'll have a little chat. Okay.
Beautiful. Many blessings, everybody. Big love.
So thank all of you for listening and tuning in today for my birthday. It was just wonderful having you here. It was wonderful. It wasn't just wonderful having Deborah here with us today. It certainly was for me. So again, thank you for listening, and may love and prosperity continue to prevail across the globe. Thank you.